The Philippine Navy has officially welcomed its strongest warship to date, a milestone achievement that represents not only the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines but also the determination of the country to safeguard its sovereignty in the West Philippine Sea. This acquisition comes at a time when tensions continue to escalate between Manila and Beijing over disputed waters in the South China Sea, where Chinese vessels have frequently encroached on Philippine-claimed territories. The arrival of this warship is therefore not just a ceremonial event but a strategic statement that the Philippines is ready to defend its maritime rights with stronger capabilities than ever before. This new warship, considered the most advanced surface combatant ever acquired by the Philippines, is equipped with state-of-the-art sensors, long-range missile systems, and advanced radar technology capable of detecting and tracking multiple threats simultaneously. Its versatility allows it to perform a wide range of missions including anti-air warfare, anti-submarine operations, and surface strike missions, making it a formidable force multiplier for the Philippine Navy. Unlike older ships that were mostly hand-me-downs from allies, this vessel is purpose-built to meet the challenges of modern naval warfare, proving that the Philippines is now investing seriously in self-reliance and credible defense. In the context of the West Philippine Sea, the importance of this warship cannot be overstated. For years, Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels have harassed Filipino fishermen, blockaded Philippine resupply missions, and constructed artificial islands equipped with military installations. These moves have put enormous pressure on the Philippines, whose navy previously relied on outdated platforms. With this new acquisition, Manila now has a ship that can directly project power, patrol contested waters more effectively, and provide credible deterrence against hostile actions. While it may not match China's entire fleet, its presence alone raises the cost of aggression and signals that the Philippines will no longer back down easily. The deployment of this warship will also boost joint operations with allies such as the United States, Japan, and Australia, all of whom have expressed strong support for Philippine sovereignty. During combined naval drills, the ship's advanced systems will allow it to integrate more effectively with allied fleets, contributing to interoperability and strengthening the Philippines' role in regional security frameworks. This warship will also serve as a flagship during freedom of navigation patrols, showcasing Manila's determination to maintain an active presence in contested waters. For the first time in decades, the Philippines has a naval asset that can truly operate side by side with some of the world's strongest navies. In terms of deterrence, the psychological impact of this acquisition is just as important as its technical capabilities. China has long operated under the assumption that the Philippines lacks the means to defend its claims. The arrival of this warship disrupts that calculation by showing that Manila is serious about building a credible defense posture. While the ship alone cannot change the balance of power, it creates uncertainty for China and increases the risks of escalation should Beijing attempt to intimidate or harass Philippine forces. Deterrence is often about perception, and the Philippines has made a strong statement that it will no longer tolerate unchecked incursions. The ship also represents a significant boost to national pride and morale. For ordinary Filipinos, especially those whose livelihoods depend on fishing in the West Philippine Sea, the presence of this warship provides a sense of security and reassurance that their government is taking concrete steps to protect their rights. It also inspires confidence among the ranks of the armed forces, who have long operated under difficult conditions with limited resources. The symbolism of this warship is that the Philippines is no longer just a passive observer in regional disputes but an active player determined to safeguard its future. Of course, challenges remain. The Philippine Navy still faces a significant gap in fleet size and capabilities compared to China's massive navy. One warship, no matter how advanced, cannot single-handedly offset Beijing's numerical superiority. Sustaining the vessel will also require continuous funding for maintenance, training, and upgrades. Moreover, the Philippines must expand its support infrastructure, such as naval bases and logistics networks, to ensure the warship can operate effectively over the long term. Yet, despite these hurdles, this acquisition is a crucial first step toward a more capable and modernized navy. In the broader Indo-Pacific region, the arrival of this warship has drawn international attention. Analysts see it as part of a larger trend in which smaller states are investing in stronger maritime forces to counterbalance China's assertiveness. Countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia are also enhancing their naval fleets, and the Philippines' latest acquisition adds momentum to this regional effort. It reinforces the idea that China's aggressive behavior is prompting neighboring states to unite and strengthen their defenses. For Manila, this warship is not only a defensive measure but also a diplomatic tool, signaling its readiness to cooperate with like-minded nations in upholding international law. Strategically, the Philippine government has tied this acquisition to its broader modernization program under the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP Horizon 3. This phase emphasizes not only the acquisition of naval assets but also the development of missile systems, air defense networks, and surveillance capabilities. The strongest warship is therefore just one component of a larger transformation aimed at building a truly modern defense force. It represents the spearhead of a modernization drive that will eventually expand into multiple domains, giving the Philippines more options in safeguarding its sovereignty. Ultimately, the arrival of the Philippines' strongest warship marks a turning point in the nation's defense history. For the first time, the country possesses a surface combatant capable of standing tall in contested waters, signaling both to China and to the world that Manila is serious about protecting its maritime domain. The ship embodies resilience, modernization, and national pride. While the challenges ahead remain daunting, this acquisition has already shifted perceptions and elevated the Philippines' standing in regional security discussions. As tensions in the West Philippine Sea continue, this warship will play a vital role not only in defending territory but also in shaping the strategic landscape of Southeast Asia for years to come.